White flag is raised. They're off. Beginning the run now towards the first. Silent Man is prominent on the inside. Also, Dusty's Boy is right up in contention. And Big Zeb has crashed at that one. Both horse and rider quickly on their feet. So on they come now to make the turn into the straight, and running up around the leaders on the outside is Leany Dow Jones to join issue with Silent Man, who's towards the inner there, followed by the two greys. Remington Steele on the outside of Dusty's Boy. United in Spirit is next, in company with Wins Now, and Nassaro is towards the inside. Racing on now to come up in front of the stands, and Silent Man is the leader. Leany Dow Jones towards the near side, and then on the outer comes Remington Steele as the three go on about 6 lengths in front of Dusty's Boy, who's fourth. United in Spirit and Wins Now with Nassaro, and then comes He's a Hot Shot, who's racing alongside Professor Muldoon, and the final three, Aggie's Lad with towards the inside Now You Have It, and Pedrobob on the outside. So Silent Man leads them away from the stands. Leany Dow Jones, and then comes Remington Steele. Dusty's Boy is fourth, and after them, United in Spirit with Wins Now, and towards the inside Nassaro. Slight mistake there, He's a Hot Shot. 1.5 miles to go as they head towards the next fence away from the stands. Silent Man, Leany Dow Jones, and Remington Steele remain the leading three. Dusty's Boy is fourth, and Wins Now 5. Racing now to make the turn. Good run before they reach the next, which will be 8 fences from the finish. Silent Man, Leany Dow Jones, Remington Steele, and Dusty's Boy. Wins Now and United in Spirit. And they're being followed by Pedrobob, who's improved a place on the outside of Nassaro and Professor Muldoon. So they face now the first down the back, and Leany Dow Jones and Silent Man. In third place, Remington Steele, and then in fourth is Dusty's Boy. He's a Hot Shot. Crashed out of that one. Joey Elliott quickly on his feet. So on now to the next 7 fences from the finish. And Leany Dow Jones and Silent Man from in third place, Remington Steele. Dusty's Boy Wins Now, and Pedrobob has improved just up behind the leading quintet. And they're being followed by Professor Muldoon with United in Spirit, and then Aggie's Lad. Nassaro is next, and they are clear of Now You Have It. At the next now, in the second last ditch, Leany Dow Jones, Silent Man, Remington Steele. Wins Now on their heels in fourth, and Dusty's Boy followed by Pedrobob, Nassaro, and then Professor Muldoon. Going to the next now. Little to choose between Silent Man, Leany Dow Jones, and they're followed by Dusty's Boy Wins Now, Remington Steele, followed by Pedrobob. They've gone on a few lengths in front of Professor Muldoon and Nassaro, and then Aggie's Lad and United in Spirit. 4 fences left to jump. Leany Dow Jones leads Silent Man, Dusty's Boy, and Wins Now. And they're being followed by Pedrobob as they turn now and race to the third last, which is the final ditch. Leany Dow Jones and Dusty's Boy. Wins Now moves into third. They're being followed by Pedrobob as Silent Man just begins to weaken as they jump the third last now. And Dusty's Boy touches down a couple of lengths in front. Wins Now moves into second. Leany Dow Jones is third, and Pedrobob 4. Then Silent Man and Professor Muldoon. So they race across now to the final 2 fences. Dusty's Boy with Wins Now on the outside. Pedrobob is third. And then comes Professor Muldoon in fourth, and Wins Now and Tony McCoy hit the front from Dusty's Boy, John Cullen. Pedrobob and Philip Carberry going in pursuit of the leader as they run the home turn with 1 fence left. Wins Now being tracked by Pedrobob, and they're clear of Dusty's Boy on the run down towards the final fence now. Wins Now from Pedrobob, the near side. They're clear of Professor Muldoon as they come towards the last. Nothing between them now, and Pedrobob and wins now, crashes out. Professor Muldoon has refused and shot his rider over the fence, and that leaves Pedrobob on his own, way out cleared of Dusty's Boy and Nassaro, and coming up towards the finish, it's Pedrobob and Philip Carberry who are going to win in impressive style. Made a lot easier, obviously, by the last fence fall of wins now. Nassaro will win the battle for second with Dusty's Boy, and in fourth place, Leanie Dow Jones ahead of Silent Man.